So now we've come to my favorite part of the show, where we get to know you, other
Sure.
than being a rocket scientist. So, you know, I already, when I introduced you, I said born in Naples, Italy, and then Venezuela. You grew up in Venezuela, right?
That's right. That's right.
So
Yeah.
what I want to know is, how does a family, not just one person,
Yeah.
become entrepreneurial in a country like Venezuela?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it all started because, my uncle was the first one. Actually, my grandfather was the first one to leave Italy to Venezuela. And this was because after the Second World War, Italy was on a difficult spot. Like there was a lot of inflation, there wasn't any jobs, and the whole situation. So people started to hear about this promised land, Venezuela. And Venezuela in the 70s, 80s, and 90s was a big boom because of the petrol, right? Venezuela was just starting exploiting the petrol, and basically they discovered that had the bigger reserves in the world. A lot of investment came from overseas, and basically was a point that the Venezuelan currency was even had a bigger value than the US dollar. So yeah, it was a big boom, and it was a lot of jobs because of all these multinational companies coming to Venezuela, putting their headquarters in there. So that's why we say, okay, let's do this bet, and let's give it a try. And yes, I mean, I remember when we went there, like everybody was, very open to the business. It was very easy to find funding. At that time, it was easy to set up a company. So, we basically took a how you call it, like, yeah, a jump of faith towards, giving a try. And it was thankfully successful back at the time. And then, unfortunately, the situation happened. We know what happens in Venezuela, and that's why I had to leave. But during those times, yeah, it was a very good country to live. I mean, the weather there is amazing. The food, the people is. Hopefully, one day we're back here.